guys, hi, welcome back once again. My name is Vaishali and today I'd like to talk about positivity. Now, we all have heard that we should develop a positive mindset. We all have heard that we should be around positive people. We all have also heard that we should have positive thoughts and positive feelings. But does there come a point when we tend to overdo it? Does there come a point when we tend to overstretch it, making it a little too thin? Probably even making it a little too fragile, when we tend to overstep the threshold of positivity itself. Can there be a shadow aspect to overdoing positivity? And it is this positivity that has also been termed as toxic positivity. It essentially means that it is the suppression of real emotions that may feel uncomfortable, that may feel unpleasant at that point in time. So a lot of the positive phrases are thrown around, like be positive, be cheerful, look at the brighter side of things, get over it, move on, it's all going to be okay, everything happens for the good. Be a man. Toughen up. And as much as it comes from a real good place of concern, of not trying to overwhelm the other, it also somewhere invalidates the other person's real experience. It also may make them feel guilty about having those uncomfortable and unpleasant experiences in the first place. So let's say, for example, we're close to this person A, and this person A happens to lose somebody dies in their close family circle or somebody very close to them. Would we tell them that it's okay, get over it, be a man, toughen up, it's a passing phase, it will pass, everything is going to be all right? Anyway, they probably had suffered long enough, so they got a good riddance. And probably it was. But at that point in time, will it not be better if we are just besides them giving our support? If we are just besides them holding their hands or even holding them? If we can offer some kind of a support, if we can ask them, what do they need from us at that point in time? How can we help them deal with their own grief? Make it a little easier on them at that point in time. But they also all factually know that anybody who takes birth will eventually die one day. So telling them all of the so-called positive things at that point in time may not then seem so positive. It may in fact seem like an attack. In fact, it may even come across like a shaming mechanism, re-shaming them for they not being able to regulate their own emotions, their own griefs at that point in time. How about if the person has lost their body part due to an unfortunate ailment or an accident and may not be able to use their own body parts in the same way? Do we tell them that it's all going to be okay? Do we tell them that everything happens for the best? Do we tell them that look at the positive side, at least you still are alive? I think that a person in that situation invariably will be grateful somewhere to be alive, but will they be grateful for the loss of that body part, for that impairment within their own body? Probably not. Not at least at that point in time. It may happen in hindsight. It may not happen as well. The better option would be to not gaslight their experiences. The better option would be to not gaslight our own discomfort with regards to that particular emotion, but to embrace the reality at that point in time, be with the person, be with our own selves, show compassion, show empathy, and probably even show that you are that person they can count and trust upon, who will not invalidate their experiences, who has the strength to stand by them when they are grieving their own loss. But that even comes with the package of life itself. And as much as we all desire happiness, which we have a right to desire, feeling guilty to experiencing our own personal loss, or even being shamed to take the time required to process that grief, not being able to handle our losses, gaslighting our own grieving process, also invariably tells us that we have no right to grieve the loss in the first place. It also tells us that we have no right to feel disappointed, which can only come true if we have no expectations at all. No expectations from our relationships, no expectations from our own selves, and no expectations from life itself. Invariably, somewhere also pointing out that we probably should have no goals, no ambitions, and no desires in the first place. Because when we do have all of those things, we are bound to face setbacks. setbacks as well. So unless we see that all of that is co-created, and creation only happens through desire, and anything that is created eventually will die, will change its form. Until the time we are willing to face and embrace this extreme spicy richness of life, we will be denying ourselves the chance to come alive. It is these bittersweet experiences that tell us about our own resilience and our own fragilities. It is only when we can embrace all of the flavors of life can we truly experience its richness. It is only when we are able to sit with all of our experiences without trying to dodge or negate any. When we're truly able to feel it, are we able to deal with it? Only when we can deal with it are we able to heal it. And only when we are able to heal it, we are able to have compassion. We are able to have empathy, not only for others, but even for ourselves. Let's try and think about that a little more. Let's even try and think, are we even making positivity a little toxic in the pursuit of happiness? Let's try and think, how do we deal and how do we grieve our own losses? Let's try and think how authentic we truly are with ourselves and with others. Let's even try and think if we are overselling positivity to evade our own humanness. Let's try and figure that out for ourselves, and I will see you once again the next week. Till then, stay tuned in. And guys, if you do like the contents of my videos, please do like, share and subscribe.